Hey guys, welcome back to Grain Free Homestead. My name is Derek.
I'm Stephanie.
And today we're gonna have a little bit of a different video. We haven't made a video in a while, and we're gonna have like a recap of what's been going on at the homestead, what we've been up to, and the progress of our renovation we've been doing.
Okay, so we've had some ups and downs this whole year. I guess if you've ever been in a reno, you probably know that, but we had never done a reno before. And we were actually living here in the middle of our renovation. And then at the same time, we had all this big long checklist of things that needed to happen for our homestead. So we want to show you guys some things outside, things that we did get accomplished in the middle of all the crazy of just working and school and kids and living in a renovation. And if you are new to the channel, we have some old videos, I can link them below, but we bought a house that has been in my family since it was built like in the late 1880s, and we had inspections done, and long story short, a lot of things had to happen to the house that we weren't planning on, things that we didn't know that we were gonna have to deal with. So what we thought was maybe like a 6 or 8 month renovation is still not finished. We're still very much in the middle of it, and it's been a long haul. It's been a long road. You know, like in the beginning, all of us, the entire family, were in one room, in the living room, all together. Animals like guinea pigs and bearded dragons and kids and all the beds, that was our living room. And so now things have changed and things have gotten better, and so we'll recap a lot of that too.
So we lived in a house in a neighborhood that was a really nice newer home, and so this has been a real struggle for us to transition. I mean, it hasn't been a real struggle, but it's just been a big process that we've been going through on and living in the middle of a renovation is something that I do not recommend. And this whole process, we've learned a lot of stuff. We've grown a lot, and we're just going to take you all along and show you some of the stuff we accomplished. So just hang in there and enjoy the video. Ready?
Okay guys, so we're outside, and this is one of our coops here. This is our hoop coop. This is what we had at our other house before we moved, and it had our original flock of egg layers in it. In case you haven't seen the video or don't remember, but we lost our chickens 2 weeks after moving here. A dog got in our coop and killed them all. So this has been kind of, we had to restart our egg layers. And even beyond that, these are our American breast flock that we have started. And so we've actually already gotten to eat some of them. And so this is now the beginning of our American breast cycle, or how would you say it?
I don't know.
Rotation, because we're going to have multiple, you know, our main flock, and now we need to get basically our
More sustainable meat birds.
Yeah, there are more sustainable meat birds, but like the ones we're actually going to be eating. I've forgotten the word. I had a brain fart.
Cool.
Whatever. So we have to start another flock off of these guys, but they're laying eggs. We've eaten a few of them, and there's some really pretty roosters in here. We have Splash, and then we also have the whites, and then there's one little one in here. I don't see her right now. She must be in the back coop back there. And she's real dark. She's a Splash, but she's like a solid browns and blacks and stuff. So this is our American breast flock. And then let's go over here and I'll show you our other setup that we've got.
So this year we bought this this cage. It was 2 dog runs is what it was, and we put them together, and we put some wire on top, and we put a cattle panel on top to contain this whole run here for the chickens, and
to tarp it.
Yeah, we're gonna have a tarp. We haven't even got to that yet, but we also had the kids play set that they were not using, and we were able to salvage a lot of it, and we used the cabinets and pallet wood, and we have a video on that too if you ever want to go check it out. Like, I'll get in here so you can see it a little better, and there's videos on this one on setting up, you know, or how we did it. We even got the automatic door, and we have the cabinets over here so we can get the eggs. We get some
spare like metal roofing a friend gave us, and we painted it up, and it turned out really good. And the how many chickens do we have in here? How many egg layers is there? I think we're at like
28, 27 if you count the roosters.
We count the roosters. So this right here is probably a 4x5 maybe. And yeah, what's the enclosure? It's about a 4x5.
It's a 4x5, but it's like 3 levels high.
Yeah, we got roosts all up in here. I'll open it up so you can kind of see. We have a little access here for them. And we've showed this. Oh look, there's an egg right here.
And that's what I was coming to get.
There's another egg back in here, but you can see there's
another one. A green one.
Yeah, we got 2 green ones. You got all kinds of eggs in here.
Oh yes.
There's another one that was over here.
Okay. I should have brought my basket out.
I gave them some treats today, leftover Thanksgiving, and they get out of there. You need to get a basket for this. I wasn't expecting to find this many eggs.
I wasn't either. No, get. You see any more?
No. You can see what they've been doing and what we've tried to do. We've got these fake wooden eggs in here, and these are really young hens, and they don't really know what to do. We've had a few of them that have busted the eggs and eaten them, and they've been training some of the other ones, and we've lost a lot of eggs. You can see she's looking like she wants those eggs, and especially when we go to get them. So we've got more of these wooden eggs ordered, and we just don't want them to get the reward of busting in the egg.
There's the yolk on the door.
Yeah, you can see where they've been eating the eggs. So hopefully the wooden eggs will really help.
I'm gonna go put these up. Can you put these up?
Yeah. Hear me grab.
So this one's greener and this one's bluer.
Yeah, look at that.
Woohoo! Good job, girls. Keep it up. Keep it up. You're gonna don't run out. I don't run. Okay. Getting muddy right there.
I know. So we got barter rocks, copper morans, Easter eggers. Let's see what else we have. One American breast in here. He was one of our first ones. We have a few others. Oh, Rhode Island Reds, and we have this enclosure here is for our meat birds, for whenever we have a big flock of meat birds. We have one guy in there. He doesn't play well with the other ones. He gets beat up pretty bad, so he's getting ready to be processed. So we put a lot of cardboard around the edges of the garden, and you can see the chickens have been outside taken care of, digging and scratching, so they've tore up all the cardboard. We have to get this all cleaned up. We put the fabric down. We have some tomato cages and stuff. We've put up most of this stuff. It's all pretty much went to bed for the winter time. So just wanted to show you, you know, we've had a good garden this year. We produced a lot. We'll put some video in here of the garden. Also wanted to show you the raised bed we put in. This was the raised bed we had before, and I added some wood to frame it in. And these chickens have been over here tearing everything up, digging. And we have these raised beds, and our whiskey barrels that were cut in half. We got our compost put in. This is from the trees we had cut down. We had about 15 trees cut down. We only kept about 1 truckload of wood chips, and those are great for going around the edges. And see, we got a lot of cleaning up to do, and the chickens have been tearing everything up. So this spring, and maybe even sooner, I'm going to come back and put a lot of wood chips around the garden to keep the weeds down, and that just really helps with the weeds. Here's our compost pile. We've been building a lot of leaves and everything, clean out from the coop and scraps and all that other stuff. So it doesn't seem like a whole lot, but for us, it's been a lot of work just to get this stuff done. I know that there are people out there that will look at what we have and say, wow, that's amazing, you all got a ton of stuff. And then there'll be people that look out and say, hey, this is nothing, we did a whole lot more. This is just what we were able to do while we were in the middle of doing this renovation. So we were just happy to have anything and to get anything. And we're not bragging about it, we're just happy we have it. we're just glad that we've got some infrastructure set up, and we got bigger plans for this next year on some more homesteading stuff that we're going to be putting in, some more just infrastructure, and hopefully in the future we'll have a few more different kinds of animals. Really hoping to get turkeys this year so that we don't have to buy any turkey for Christmas and Thanksgiving. Yeah. What other plans do you have for next year? I know we're going to do our big garden, and it gets bigger every year.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I haven't been able to can. I didn't have a stove that I could can on. I know that sounds very basic, but like we literally went over to a friend's house, to do some canning, and that's hard because you don't have everything you need and you're having to move it all. So I'm just excited to be able to I've got tallow frozen, I've got tomatoes frozen, I have beef bones frozen for beef broth. So here in the next few weeks, now that we have a stove and the kitchen is functioning, I'm gonna be canning like crazy. Like I've been chomping at the bit to do these kinds of things. And I mean, if I want to expand anything, it would just be expand the garden even more. I really want to get our fruit trees in the ground. We got our fruit bushes, we got those pretty good.
Yeah, that's another thing we got accomplished.
A major goal for me this year is we have a big long bed that runs down the length of our garden on the other side of the chickens. Yeah. And I really want that to be my herb and medicinal garden. So I already have some plants like in a seed room that we have that I'm trying to just nurse along until I can get them in the ground. Comfrey, mullein, different things like that. And I really want to get a good, solid medicinal garden growing, and that will be new for me. That's a lot of new stuff. I know some things, but I've never grown it myself. So I'm looking forward to that. Yeah. I guess big dreams. I don't know if it would happen this year. I would love to get pigs. I love IPP pigs. I don't know that that's what we'll go with, but that would be huge for us. And we got to raise our own pork. Would be a big deal for us, a big goal. We'll have to get the infrastructure set up for that before we can even, you don't want to just go and say, hey, I want pigs, and go buy pigs and not have a good place for them, a good place, a pen to keep them in, and housing for them to keep them taken care of during all seasons of the year. Yeah. All right, so we're gonna go back inside, and that's pretty much all we did out here that we were able to get accomplished. And it doesn't seem like a lot, and we'll probably put in some videos of the garden so that you can see, better what it looked like when it was actually growing and doing well. But just to get our chickens moved over here and get the setup and get new chickens in, and you saw how many eggs we got. That is amazing for us because we went a while without having any eggs at all. We had to buy eggs. Yeah. We had 40-something chickens or more, and we had to buy eggs. Yeah, that's crazy. Yep. All right. All right, guys, we're back inside. It was a little chilly out there, so we didn't want to stay out there too long. Wanted to kind of show you guys some of the things that's been going on in the house, what we've done, and also wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about some of the things we've been going through that are not the popular. Not as some of the bad things that can happen, like some of the things that people don't like to talk about. Everybody likes to show like all their garden harvest, the highlights, but they don't want to show you all the tomatoes that got eaten by squirrels or that have bugs in them and stuff. So around here, we give it all to you. We are not going to hold back, and we're going to show you what we're going through, good and bad. So, we saw outside some of the things that were good, but during this whole year,
so you know, it's been a year. We decided to sell our house, and it happened really, really fast. We had to kind of prepare our old house to be sold, and then we had to just pack everything we had, and it seemed really quick to me. And we had a lot of stuff that we have just kept over the years, and a lot of it we didn't even have time to really go through. So we still have boxes of stuff. It's been a year almost, and we still have tons of stuff that we haven't went through.
Well, because we can't move into the house that we're living in now. Up until last week, we were living out of one room, and then the kids do have their rooms. But we didn't even have a kitchen that was functioning until last week, literally a few days before Christmas. So right. I'm actually getting to empty boxes and go through kitchen stuff, fill up cabinets. Pretty exciting for me, because I've been waiting on this kitchen forever. This is like my dream kitchen.
Yeah. And I'm not wanting to show you guys stuff to make you feel sorry for us or be like, I can't believe it. I'm just showing you stuff. This is just what we're dealing with.
It's part of the process.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people out there that are wanting to go on this homesteading journey. We know so many people looking for land. So many people are looking for, you know, that farmhouse with, you know, a chicken coop, and they want to have a big garden, and they want to do all these things. And all of it is great, and it is a great goal, and it is a wonderful thing to do. But we just want to show, you know, when you say, oh, we just need to fix it, it's a fixer-upper.
Right.
Fixer-upper is harder than we could have ever imagined it was going to be.
Yeah.
Maybe if you're not living in the home while you're trying to do such a massive renovation.
Yeah.
Or maybe if you work at a slower pace than what we have attempted to do, and that's mostly my fault. I'm a rip the Band-Aid off kind of person, and let's get it done. And the problem is that when we would rip the Band-Aid off, we would find other problems, major problems that had to be addressed before we still don't have drywall.
Yeah, you can see behind
us there's no drywall, and this isn't the only room. So, you know, there's just been a process that we didn't know about, and so that's what we're wanting to show you guys.
Yeah. And
in that process, which we'll tell you some about, emotionally and mentally has been very hard too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you don't have a really good relationship with your spouse and your children, stress will bring out what you're going, like, you know, it's going to, if there's a crack in your relationship, it's going to split it open with some stress. So just be mentally prepared that you're going to be going through a lot of stress, because you're going to be dealing with your regular day-to-day life, your regular jobs, your regular laundry and dinner and school
homework.
And school just one of the main reasons we haven't been able to make any videos lately is because we've had like school concerts, you know, school activities, church activities, family functions. Mm-hmm. It's just been a whole lot, and we just didn't have time. You know, our family comes first. You know, we love doing YouTube. We love you guys, and we appreciate you all, and we thank you all for watching. But when it comes to our family, we have to take care of our family first. So I hope you guys haven't missed us too much in not making any videos, but you know, we're back. But we just had to take care of some stuff and get through just this season in our life. And we're still in the middle of this process. You can see that, you know, we still don't have drywall up in here. So just realize that there is a lot of stress that comes just to homesteading. It's harder. It is hard work. It's a lot easier to go to the store and buy a gallon of milk than it is to go get a dairy cow and go out every morning and milk the cow and then process the milk and keep the milk cold and all the other things that go with that to make cheese and butter. And it's just a process. So before you go jumping in, being a homesteader and 100% in, do a lot of homework on it. And even if you know everything, you think you know everything, because you don't, but even if you're like, think you're mentally prepared, you have to factor in the stress and the failure and the problems that can come up. So just add that into the equation when you're trying to figure out what you're doing. So here, we're going to walk you through some of the things we've gone through in the house. All right, so you can see here we got, this was behind us, you can see the old wood and all the original 2x4s and things, and we've had a lot of electrical work. You can see where we've had new electric stuff put in, we've had new plumbing put in certain areas, and we had all this plaster, all this stuff had to come down and had to be removed. that really was not in the initial plan. We were only going to take out like
4 or 5 walls.
4 or 5 walls, yeah. We do have these amazing old windows. We're trying to keep everything we can about them. We have a few of them that have issues, so we got some people coming to help us with that. All right, let's go in here. So this room's in about the same shape. This will be our master bedroom.
It is fully insulated.
Yeah, I have fully insulated this room because it had a lot of windows in it and it had a lot of drafts. We've had to replace parts of the floor. There was vent issues where the vent had rusted out underneath here, so it was just another one problem. Right here, we have a window above upstairs, and you can see
right in there.
Right in this area here. This is where water started to pour in. So there was a lot of things, like we cut down the trees that were protecting this side of the house because it was all shady.
And
getting moldy. Yeah, there wasn't a lot of good airflow. And because of that, it caused like the caulking in the windows to split open, and now water is pouring in. So there's these like domino effects. All this wood had termite damage and was rotted. Probably 30, 40-year-old termite damage. There's no termites now, but the wood was just toast and had to be ripped out. So this is the master bathroom. We still don't have a mirror up, but we do have this beautiful tub in here. We had the flooring put in. We have drywall put up. We even have a little walk-in closet here that's still in the process of getting done. And then we have this beautiful shower here that we had put in. So big thanks to our contractor, Josh and Corey, for putting that in for us. They did a great job. We're real happy with it. I got a little bench seat to sit in the shower. This room was actually, it was a porch at one time, and there was a door here. We will make, I don't know if we have any pictures. I'm gonna try and
yeah, we do.
Put some pictures in so that you can see kind of what it looked like before and after. And a lot of this here you don't see is like electrical stuff and duct work. There's a lot of things that you just say, oh, that wasn't a big deal. You know, you don't even see it's behind the drywall, but
plumbing.
There's so much of stuff that had to be redone that we just thought was okay that was not. So this is the main entrance of the house. We still have some plastic up to keep the dust down from upstairs. We re-drywalled this. We took everything out, and we still haven't done the ceiling, but we just love the old wood in the ceiling, and we've repainted. And in this room, it's similar to the other two. It's been insulated to help keep the draft and stuff down. We're almost in the point of this room where we can start putting drywall up. We got to finish putting some of the trim, and it'll be about pretty much ready.
Mm-hmm. This room is the most ready.
Yeah. So you can see we're in the middle of living in this house, and there's rooms that are just completely, you know, they're just storing all our tools to get to the next phase.
So here's a little quick tour of the kitchen. It is not finished, but it is fully functioning at this point. I will probably do a whole video on it at some point. As you can see, we have the old flooring is still in here. We need to paint, backsplash, different things like that. But the big things are done. We do have cabinets and appliances that are functioning and working. This is a gas stove, which was a big deal. We had to have gas ran here. So everything sounds easy, but it hasn't been easy. Just getting plumbing hooked up to the sink. I love the sink, but we have that going now. We have a dishwasher. You know, this is a 130-something-year-old house. So, you know, normal things like venting of the plumbing and things like that in septic tanks and sewers and normal things. We can't take that for granted in an old house. Just about everything you touch in an old house is hard or difficult. Just hanging that vent hood took way longer than it should have, just because of how this house is built and the things that you have to go through to hang things and get them attached to the walls and things.
So we kind of showed you a few things in the house, a few things that have changed and gotten finished. We do have a video, I think, where the upstairs with the kids' rooms is done. You can go back and kind of see what that looks like if you're interested. And we wanted to kind of talk to you a little bit more about the just how we mentally have been surviving this.
Yeah, it's been rough. It has been a lot harder than what we thought it was going to be. We've had good weeks, bad weeks, and then, like we were just talking about it, we've had good months and bad months where it's like it seems like nothing's getting finished because everything is just at this creeping pace.
Yeah.
And that's very discouraging, because you're living in it and you just want to get this over with. And when you don't see anything happening, or you're waiting and waiting and waiting for this one little thing to happen so that you can, like right now, we have to get a leak fixed and we can't. It's just this process. It's taking a while, and Christmas has kind of made it take a while, but we can't get the drywall up. So if I can't get the drywall up, we can't get the floors in, and we can't paint, and we can't get furniture moved in. And so it's just this domino effect that I don't guess that we really thought through.
Yeah, I think we just thought that it would be 6-8 months and we would be in and we would be moved in and everything would be perfect. And you just kind of got this, this fake dream of what it's going to be like. I mean,
Well, you just don't know.
I mean, I knew that there was going to be stuff. It's just, you can't imagine how much stuff. We literally had beams that were holding the house up that were rotted out. And then you can't put the floor down and you don't know it's there. And then you start looking into the wall has rot. You follow the rot down, and then you realize the beams have rot. And then you realize the main foundation parts have rot. And then you have to go start tearing everything out just to get to it. So you kind of go like 1 step forward and 4 steps back. And it mentally, when you do something like that, when you think you've won a battle and then you find out that that battle is just getting started and you really didn't win it at all, you got your butt kicked. and the thing that we've learned, though, is to be patient, to just hang in there and keep fighting it, keep going at it. Some days we just, we bring one box in and open it up and it's got, some canister sets in it. And then there's days when, the stove, the refrigerator, and the dishwasher all got hooked in, and it's just like, yes, we can cook on our stove today. So you're gonna have like these days where it's horrible. We've had days where the floor, a hole broke in the floor. I mean, my ladder went through the floor. The water started pouring in the house. Pieces. I started to move something and I found another rotted spot in the wall. It's just like, oh my gosh, what else is going to happen? It just keeps piling on.
There were days when we were just the only thing we held on to was, thank you that we're okay.
Yeah.
That
Thank you that
we're
here. This is
we're a family and everything is good, and that's literally, I think, what kept us together. And
a lot of people will come in and see this, and everybody's a different point of view in different stages in life. Like some people are like, you're all crazy, and other people are like, this is my dream. I wish we could do this. And it's hard when you're in the middle of it. When this is what you walk into every day. We've had a lot of people come in and be like, it looks great.
It's gonna be worth it.
It's gonna be worth it when it's done. And it is encouraging, but it's also kind of like, I don't see it yet. I'm still just trucking through this, just trying to make it. And I've had a lot of people ask, what if you could go back and what you know now, would you do it again? And that's a hard question to answer. And it's a hard question to answer because there's no way, if you told me everything that we've been through and all the stuff we've had to fix and all the problems that we were going to have, if you told me that right at the beginning, I'd have said no. There's no way, because I couldn't have handled it all. There's no way I could have handled it all. But being that we didn't know when we went through this process a little at a time, and we were fixing things here and there, and it's been a slow, you can't eat a whole elephant all at one time. It's just one bite at a time. And that Jacob's ladder kind of deal where you're just slowly going through this process. We're doing it. It's tough. It's hard. I don't like it. And it's really making us have to get out of our comfort zone. And sometimes that's what we got to go through in life. If you want your dreams to happen, you have to fight for them. And I really feel like that's what we're having to do. And I'm not trying to say this to say, man, we feel sorry for them, or we're just trying to show you what we're going through. And we want it to be an encouragement to you. You might be going...
Or to prepare you. Yeah, if you're going to do this. Yeah. You
might be in a similar situation, or you might think that you're in some impossible place and you can't get through it. But I look behind you. We're in the middle of an impossible place. We're in a place where a lot of people couldn't handle it. And you can do it. If you push through, and if you want it bad enough, pray about it. Seek God. You can do it. And believe in yourself and keep pushing through, and you'll make it. So thank you guys for watching. Is there anything else you want to add?
I can't think of anything. We're going to add some clips in here to kind of show you, like we're sitting on a new floor here.
A new subfloor.
A new subfloor. Yeah, a new subfloor. And it's just, that's no big deal. It is a big deal. We'll show you some clips here of we had weeks of no floor in the middle of our house, and it was crazy. And and then we had weeks of no insulation, and it's freezing cold outside, and there's no floor. And so there's just been some things that have been really rough, and we've gotten through them, and we're on the other side now. Yeah. So, kind of what you were saying. Yeah. Now you look behind you, we got through that, and just keep pushing forward.
Yeah, that's one thing I'll have a new mountain to climb in front of me, and one of the biggest encouragements I have is to look back and say, I've made it through this. I've made it through water leaks and rotted wood. I've made it through, unlevel floors and, broken cabinets. I've made it through all kinds of things. So this next thing that's coming at me is nothing compared to what I've already been through. So that's what I'm saying when I say that, a year ago, I wouldn't have been able to mentally handle all the stuff. If you would have said, hey, you're going to have this, and this going on this year, I would have cracked. I would have been like, I would have froze up. I'm not moving. I'm not doing this. We're not going to the farmhouse. But because I didn't know, and I prayed about it, we didn't just jump into this. This was something that we really prayed about. It's something that we really wanted. And I know in the end, we'll be glad we did it. And it will be a great place. But like I said, it's hard to see in the middle of the struggle. So we hope this video encourages you guys.
It's helpful.
Hope it's helpful. And thank you all for watching. And as always, if you enjoyed the video, give us a thumbs up, a share, like, all that stuff, and we'd really appreciate it. Hope you guys had a great Christmas, and New Year's is coming up here. We're like in the in-between. So you guys have a great New Year, and be planning. Be planning for what you're wanting to do this year, whether it's garden or buy a farmhouse, whatever it is. Just research it before you do it. God bless you guys. Have a great week, and thanks again for watching.
God bless.